afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to Fairfax, Virginia, Robinson Secondary School, site of the VHSL 6A North Region Championship. Andy Mendoza here alongside Alex Harris. And Alex, consolation game between the Patriot Pioneers and the Oakton Cougars here today. What do you expect to see?
Well, I'm expecting to see a good game. I do think this is going to be a lot of fun basketball here, and you know, there's some interesting things that I learned recently here about both teams, and I think it's going to create a good environment here tonight.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier about the two teams having the common opponent Herndon.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Oakton actually lost to Herndon all 3 times this year. And that was the only team they had lost to prior to their loss last night against Langley. And Patriot split with Herndon. So, you know, they know they can beat Herndon, who beat Oakton 3 times.
Right.
So I think there's some confidence factor that goes into that, and I think that's going to play into this.
Yeah, and I think they might need it. Of course, it's kind of 2 different stories with these 2 programs. Patriot is an up-and-coming program, brand new school, first time in the tournament, and of course Oakton is just a powerhouse. Yeah,
I mean, Oakton's been doing this for a long time, and usually they're not in this game. Usually they're in the championship game, and so it's a little bit different situation for them. But they know how to handle themselves in a tournament-style situation, so I expect to see them come out ready to play. And you know, Patriot being a 3-year-old school, you know, they should be proud of the fact that they're here right now, and they've done a lot of work to get here, and let's see if they can take advantage of that.
Absolutely. As we take a look to the keys of the game for the Patriot Pioneers.
For Patriot, we're looking at teamwork, and that's something that they're going to really have to do tonight. You know, Oakton obviously is very experienced, and you know, bringing that teamwork element's only going to help them, you know, get through some of those tough moments in the game. Discipline's always going to be a big factor as well. When when you're talking about, you know, a team that's playing against traditional power, you know, if they lose their discipline, you know, they could very well lose the game. Last and not least is intensity, and you know, bringing the intensity. I've seen a lot of these tournament games on the boys and the girls side already, and without a doubt, you know, the teams that are playing with intensity are winning, even when they're less talented.
Absolutely. You talk about intensity and discipline. A lot of that for the Pioneers comes from their head coach, Antoinette Wadsworth, who was a Oklahoma Sooners basketball player, played in the 2002 National Championship, and she is just a ball of fire for the Pioneers.
Absolutely, yeah, and bringing that type of experience with her is huge for this program.
Absolutely. As we take a look to the Patriot Pioneers players to watch.
All right, so for players to watch for the Patriot Pioneers, first up we're looking at Autumn Hobson, averaging 12.7 points a game and 4.1 rebounds. Shows me that she's a very well-rounded player, doing a little bit of everything, and she's going to need all 12.7 of those points tonight to help her team to victory.
She might have to play above her average.
I think she's going to need to, yes.
Yeah. As we look at the second player to watch for the Pioneers, is another double-digit scorer, Amanda Neck.
Absolutely. Amanda Neck is a very, very similar type player as far as statistically speaking, and really not far behind at 12 points per game and 3.2 rebounds per game. And so, again, I'm expecting her to have to step up and at least achieve those statistics.
Absolutely. As we take a look now at the Oakton Cougars' keys to the game and maybe the opposite side of what we saw for the Patriots.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, solid execution is definitely a key for Oakton, but that's something that I'm going to expect to see from them. Fred Priester's been doing this a long time, and you know, his teams are known for executing, and so that absolutely is a key. But I expect to see it. Attention to the small things. You know, those are the ones that that I'm going to be really looking for. And for me, after their loss last night to Langley, I want to see them get back to attention to small things. And last but not least, rebounding. They need to rebound the ball. They're bigger, stronger, more physical. They need to take care of that.
Yeah, and sometimes rebounding is more about want to than it is about size. So we'll see how
desire.
Yeah,
for sure.
We'll see how the Pioneers kind of counter that as we get ready for the tip-off here between the Patriot Pioneers and the Oakton Cougars here in this VHSL 6A North consolation game. We have the tip here between Maddie Royal as the Oakton Cougars win the tip.
Here we go.
Early basket by Maddie Royal. She's averaging double-digit scoring. Just another one of those double-digit scores for the Oakton Cougars.
And she can shoot. She's got some really good length, but she's also a perimeter threat as well.
It's a dangerous pass there.
Defense really strong
Neck
so
looking
far.
for her shot there. was a good look for Amanda, just couldn't knock it down as Oakton with the rebound.
Absolutely.
Kaylin Fee bringing the ball up.
Good defensive possession for Oakton to start the game, setting the tone early.
And Kaylin Fee with the turnaround shot. She's off the front of the rim. They get the rebound, though, and she's going to pull a three. Knocks it down. Kaylin Fee from downtown.
Oakton off to a strong start here, without a doubt. They just got to keep this thing going. We need some defense from Patriot if they're going to get themselves not too far down.
They're going to have to score some points also. They're going to have to do some work on the offensive side of the ball as they work the ball around the perimeter here. Alyssa Bertrand with the shot, but she follows it up with her own rebound, kicks it back out.
First thing I'm noticing here is Patriot is not comfortable offensively. They have not found their flow.
Yeah, that was a good shot there by Amanda Neck to knock it in, but they're going to have to find some easier shots if they're going to want to compete with the Cougars.
Yeah, shooting percentage is going to be a big factor for them, and if they get easy shots, it's going to be difference maker. Wow, big shot by Maddie Royal, already showing that she can shoot that ball twice early in the game.
2 3-pointers by the Cougars there. See if that loosens up the Patriot defense a little bit.
Oakton out to an early 8-2 lead.
Good job there by Ava Pell there to kind of force the issue, but you mentioned it, the Patriot Pioneers do not seem comfortable on offense, and Oakton has just kind of gotten them off their game early.
Yeah, they have, and I think that was a tough foul there for the Oakton Cougars. You know, they get one more good defensive possession and come back down and score, and they're really setting the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, big call there for the Pioneers, and couple of free throws here for Pell as she knocks down the first one, misses the second. Rebound by Oakton, and Kaylin Fee brings the ball up. Oakton just so comfortable on offense, executing so crisply.
Got to finish that.
Great follow there. Delaney Connolly, their leading scorer, double-digit rebounder, and you see that right there why.
Oh, absolutely, and you know, like we said, one of the keys of the game is rebounding and offensive rebounding, getting those easy buckets.
It's a good drive there by Autumn Hobson, kicks it out for the three off the rim. Rebound to Oakton, Kaylin Fee bringing the ball up, looking to push the ball.
She's got to make that. They got to take advantage of those. This is, this is championship basketball right here.
Right.
You can't miss the easy ones.
Autumn Hobson brings it up for the Pioneers, see if they can't get something going on offense, and a travel. Interesting call there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw that one, but it's okay. We trust him. He's got a uniform on.
Absolutely. We'll let the refs make the calls today. And the Pioneers, they're going to have to figure something out on offense. They can't turn the ball over if they're going to want to compete with the Cougars today.
Absolutely. A
Another
little high-low action.
Yep.
Again, got to finish those easy ones.
You got to wonder if the Pioneers are going to start to double the post there, as Alyssa Bertrand with a missed shot.
Definitely not a bad idea. You know, just making that adjustment in game, and you know, as they start to see how things are moving along.
Yeah. Pioneers have gotten a couple of good looks, haven't been able to knock them down. They're really going to have to take advantage of every opportunity they get today.
Yeah, let's not forget about the jitters. You know, we're only 3 minutes into the game. Let's give them a few to figure things out.
Yeah, you mentioned pregame during warm-ups. There were some wide eyes in the red uniform, so
yeah,
they just need a little confidence here early on as the Oakton Cougars push their lead out to 9 here early in the first quarter.
Let Patriot get a few buckets under their belt, find that confidence, let them know that they can play with this Oakton Cougars team. They'll be fine.
A three from Bertrand, banks it in. She will take it. The bank's open on a Saturday, apparently.
I heard her call it.
Kaylin Fee brings it back up for the Cougars.
Oakton doing such a good job of moving that ball around and sharing the basketball, without a doubt.
It looks like it's going to stay with the Cougars here.
Yeah, they got that ball back. Tough to see, but they got a lucky break there.
Maddie Royal takes it out for the Cougars here into Kaylin Fee. She's really been the kind of the engine for the offense so far for Oakton.
Great defensive possession. Too bad they couldn't capitalize on that right there for Patriot.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good defensive possessions, but they've given up offensive rebounds. They've turned it over a couple of times, so we'll see if they can clean it up. But so far, really good on defense for the Pioneers.
For sure.
Delaney Connolly for three, and she knocks it down. That's the third three-pointer by the Oakton Cougars. 3 different players have hit them, so Patriot Pioneers timeout. as the Cougars extend their lead back out to 9.
It is so difficult to defend a team that's got players that are posting up and knocking down threes. And when you can, when you can do that, and you've got your post players that are finishing around the rim, but also stepping out and knocking down that three, it is incredibly difficult to defend.
Absolutely. And before the game, our own Brenton Randolph was able to catch up with the Oakton head coach, Fred Priester.
Alrighty, Coach Priester, obviously a tough loss last game against Langley. So how are you guys going to try and adjust and get some momentum going into the state tournament?
Well, it's difficult to come back after just a few hours rest and no real preparation time. But, we tell the kids after every game all season long and that we're 0-0 after this, and we just have to, try to be 1-0 at the end of it. So, we don't really think too much about momentum as much as we do about just trying to do better than we did the last time, win or lose.
Alrighty, Coach, and just what would you say is the mindset of your kids coming into this game?
Well, obviously the way that this tournament is set up, it's kind of a lingering death kind of approach. But they would like to, not they don't want to lose 2 in a row. So they're going to come out and hopefully we'll get a good effort today, and we'll execute the things that we maybe didn't execute so much last night.
Alrighty, Coach. Well, thank you very much for your time and best of luck out there tonight.
And we're back. Thanks, Brenton Randolph, for that. As you see Oakton pushing the ball again. They missed a 3. Patriots, Pioneers missed a 3 as Maddie Royal gets fouled, and she'll be headed to the line for 2.
Tell you what, the first thing I noticed is when Oakton came out of that timeout, they definitely were going for the kill. They saw that they have a chance to open this thing up right now, and they're playing a little bit more aggressive, both offensively and defensively. And Maddie Royal, who's at the line right now, is the one that really has that look in her eyes. Yeah,
and you mentioned it earlier that Oakton's more used to playing in the championship game later on in the day. So if you were worried about their determination, their want to in this game, you can throw that out the window because they're here to play. As Patriots pushing the ball and they're trying to get back in, they're trying to hit some threes and just having a little trouble getting the ball in the hoop right now.
I feel like Patriots trying to get back in the game with shooting, and I really want to see him get back in with defense, rebounding, and just overall intensity.
Yeah, you hear it all the time. You can't make up a 9, 10-point deficit in one possession, so you just kind of got to chip away at that lead, and that's what the Pioneers are trying to do right now as number 34, Kate Vittemeyer, checks in for the Cougars.
Yeah, and if you notice, Oakton is just coming right back with more size, and it's just tough to deal with when you've got waves of size coming at you.
It is, yeah. Pioneers push the ball here. Another miss, unfortunately, for the Pioneers, just struggling really on offense. They're playing pretty good defense for the most part when they don't foul, but just struggling so much on the offensive side.
It's a quick shot too. When you're trying to get your offense going, you really want to work that ball around, share the ball, get everybody involved. Taking quick shots is never the answer when you're trying to get back into a game.
Right.
Also, too, Pioneers are already 4 fouls in. That's not too far away from that 1-and-1 bonus. They get them into the 1-and-1 bonus, and Oakton's got a team of shooters. They're gonna hurt them.
Yeah, and it makes it that much harder when you're trying to make a comeback against a very, very good, well-coached team.
For sure. Patriot did a great job right there. Switch into the zone, got it done, got a good stop.
There's a great job not fouling there on defense, too, as they push it, shot. That falls for Alyssa Bertrand, and 1. She's already hit a 3. Hits the shot there, and she'll go to the free throw line for another one. She's trying to do her best to keep the Pioneers in the game.
This is absolutely what we wanted to see from Patriot. Great defensive possession, turn around, go down, get the and 1. Wasn't able to convert, but that's okay. This is the kind of play that they want to see.
Absolutely, and she, of course, a team captain for the Pioneers, so they'll look to her for some leadership to get back as – oh, and they called the traveling on that play. Good defense by the Pioneers, able to force the turnover.
Oakton trying to push it, wasn't able to take advantage, but that just keeps Patriot right back in it.
8-point game, 2:15 left in the first quarter here. Fairfax, Virginia, glad you could join us. Annie Mendoza, Alex Harris. It's a great drive there by Ava Pell. Just unfortunately couldn't knock down the shot. And we've seen the Pioneers get some good looks, just not been able to knock them down. Really inconsistent so far on offense. Meanwhile, Oakton again with another mid-range jump shot for Delaney Connolly.
Definitely, that shot right there hurt. And you know, I thought Patriot was starting to find their rhythm, and I think they're looking more comfortable. They are, but they need to string a few together here.
Rebound by Delaney Connolly. Kaylin Fee bringing it up, and Connolly already with 7 first-quarter points. Fee with deep range. Kaylin Fee. Steph Curry would be proud of that one.
Absolutely, and that's one of those. Am I even supposed to guard her there?
What are you going to do about that? Yeah, as the Pioneers miss another 3, Amanda Neck. And Delaney Connolly with another rebound.
She's starting this game off very strong, very strong.
Another deep 3 from Kaylin Fee, and another make! Kaylin Fee, hand down, man down. Third 3 of the first quarter.
I might have underestimated that starting off strong there. She's red hot. Definitely a heat check right there.
Well, the heat check is still red and hot as the Pioneers able to get the layup.
That's what they need more of. They just need more of that. You know, easy baskets, baskets. Work the ball around.
With there being no shot clock, as Delaney Connolly with another mid-range jump shot misses, Pioneers able to pull it down. Autumn Hobson pushes the pace. Another turnover by the Pioneers, and that's not how you're going to get back into this game.
No, I was actually really excited to see Patriot starting some transition, because obviously, you know, scoring in bunches in transition is something that can get them back in this game. You know, down 14 right now.
As the defense pushes out a little bit more on Kaylin Fee after a couple of long 3-pointers made. And it's just a mismatch underneath. Delaney Connolly with the size on Alyssa Bertrand, another layup.
It's really difficult to defend here. You know, the perimeter shooting by Oakton has just been so strong, and so you're forced to have to come out and guard them.
Right.
You just can't. You have to. But the problem is as soon as you do that, it opens up into your one-on-one situations down in the post.
Yep.
And you know, it's kind of choose your poison.
Yep. And that was a dominant first quarter there by the Oakton Cougars, leading at 26-10 after the first quarter. Andy Mendoza, Alex Harris here. We will be right back from Fairfax, Virginia.